Hi everyone, this is EstaRa with a message for you today. Today is August 17th, 2017. I have been wanting to get a message out to you for, oh my gosh, at least 2 or 3 days now, and I've not had an opportunity, and I've also had technological issues, so forgive me if you are somebody who I still owe a reading to, and I believe I have at least 2 to 3 more people that I need to get readings out to, and thank Comcast, thank Mercury retrograde, thank solar flares for all these interferences that have been going on. However, I want to preface this with the fact that everything happens the way it's supposed to. So if you haven't received your reading yet, please bear with me. It's coming, and recognize that sometimes there is a reason that it's happening. So I trust that all the time, and I find that when I end up waiting for something or not able to get to something, it works out perfect for the person. So let's trust that, universe is taking care of that, and spirit is guiding us the whole way. Okay, so lots and lots and lots of stuff is happening right now, and I don't even know where to begin, and I have a very limited time. I have a client coming shortly, so I need to do this kind of quick. So we have a solar eclipse, a full solar eclipse coming up on Monday the 21st with the new moon energy. Oh my goodness. Now, before we get there is so much happening in our world around us right now in ways that, honestly, I don't think people have expected it. I know my guide said be prepared, something big was coming, and I feel like we're in that big. It's happening externally, it's happening internally for everyone. The divine masculine is going through massive, massive upgrades, and so if you think about all the years that we've been doing work on ourselves, as those of us who've been on this path and on this journey, and we've been doing it's gradual, and I know for me, I've been on this journey of ascension for a really long time, before I met my twin, but I've been growing and evolving, healing, clearing, going through hell and back. At least that's what it feels like at times. And so I've done all this stuff where I've done a lot of work, and it never seems like it's ever ending. But I can tell you this, even though I feel like it's not always ending, there really is this massive shift within me that as I'm handling my work, I might feel like crap for a few hours and then move into the next thing and feel better. And I noticed that my shedding and my purging is a lot easier now than it used to be. It's a lot quicker than it used to be. So those of you who are like me thinking, oh my God, when does this end? Recognize that it is coming to an end, some of the purging and some of the clearing, but it shouldn't be as bad as it's been. So if you're finding that you're in the midst of it, you're in that dark night of the soul, you're in the murkiness of hell, that means that you are still in the space of clearing out, and that you are being kind of primed to move a little quicker on this healing journey. So if you hadn't been doing something, or all of a sudden it's coming to you and you haven't seen it in a while, or you haven't really done a lot of your deep cleansing and purification internally, it's coming up now for you to clear. That's what these eclipses have been about. So we have this eclipse sandwich we're in. We had the lunar eclipse a couple weeks ago, and we're coming upon the solar eclipse on Monday. And while that's all being said, what I just said about us, what's going on, your beloved is going through the same thing. And so when I started this conversation, I said, through the years, we've been going through clearing, cleansing, purging, healing, all this stuff. And it's been gradual. It comes and goes as we're doing our work, right? So it's not like pound until now. But why I'm telling you this is because your beloved is catching up, right? So think about where they've been. They've been, they're what I would call, they turn their lights on and then they flicker off. So I call them flickerers instead of lights are on. So flick on, flick off. So they've been on, awake, okay, doing something, and then they close their light back down. And then they come back up and they do it again. That's been consistent for a lot of the divine masculine, on the planet, not just twin flame related, all divine masculine energies. It's been like they'll wake up and then they'll go right back to sleep. At least that's what it appears as. And I'm not saying that they're not awake. I'm not saying that they don't have the ability to be awake. And I'm not saying that they don't even have an awareness. What I'm saying is they have been flickering their light on and off, going forward, going back, going forward, going back. And for some, at least with my twin, it feels like he takes 4 steps forward and then 5 steps back. And I'm like, oh my God, when does he get to go forward fully? But what I feel is happening for these beautiful divine masculine beings. Oh my goodness, I just get this visual right now. If you think about all the upgrades, all the healings, all the stuff that you've done over the last several years, and your beloved hasn't or hadn't been doing it, imagine the visual they're giving me is a being standing there, and all this stuff is like coming on them, coming over them. So it's stacking on top of them. So it's literally pummeling into them. It's coming into their reality. It's all stacking. So all the transitions, all the healings, all the changes, all the purging, all the cleansings that you've done, if they've been kind of stagnant in doing it, or they've not been awake fully to receive their own upgrades at different points. And, I could tell you, my beloved, he's been one of those flickerers on and off, and then in the last couple of years, I feel like he's evolved. So he's actually gotten better about that. He's gotten better to the point where, he started facing things, and he gets scared, and then he shut off again, and he does it, and then he gets scared and shuts off again. Well, I'm telling you, they're not shutting off anymore. The flickering is still on. And I'm going to have to pause the video. I'll be right back. I just forgot I was cooking. Thank you for that, for your patience and that interruption. Thank you, Kitchen Timer, for reminding me I was cooking. Yeah, that's something I do. I cook, and I start to go into my little world of energy, and all of a sudden things start flowing through me, and then I'm like, oh wait, I think I was doing something, and then I usually find out later on, oh, I have a cup of tea that's ice cold now. Okay, back to this. So your beloved is getting stacked with this energy. So it is literally integrating into their reality. And what that means is they're getting pummeled, really, quite honestly, but it's awakening them, and it's putting them through their dark night of the soul, and they're going through so much right now. And I actually wrote a message. I channeled an energy about energy thoughts a few days ago, and then I channeled one. I just channeled this a few days ago, and I finally got it out this morning, and it's regarding for twin flames specifically. So check out in the link below my blog, and look at the most recent two. I think they'll be very beneficial to you, very helpful. All of them are pretty helpful. There's a lot of great information out there. So if you get a chance to go through my blog and read about twin flames, please check it out, or just read the energy thoughts. Like, that's huge too. Archangel Shamuel, beloved Archangel Shamuel, came in and gave me some messages for twin flames, what they can do. So read the blog and get the information about that. I'm not going to go into it, but the key words are compassion and gentleness. So being aware that your beloved is going through what they're going through. A lot of us have been on this journey a long time. A lot of us are getting tired, and we're like, screw it all, we're done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. And I can tell you, I feel that way at times too, quite often, more than not lately. Probably because of the energy pummeling me, but also because my beloved's feeling that way about his current reality. He's not happy in it. And so a lot of the divine masculine are not happy. They're recognizing, oh my God, this isn't working. I don't want to do this anymore. How the hell do I get out of it? And they have probably been asking that question for a long time. If you've been my beloved, you've been asking it a long time. But you're probably wondering, how do I do this? How do I get out? But what's happening is they're getting so much information coming in, and they don't have time to catch their breath. They're like literally hurting, and they're like raw open wounds. So they have these raw open wounds, and more stuff is coming on top of them. Now, that's what's happening on the individual perspective with us twin flames, with our beloveds. What is happening externally in our world around us? In America, we have a lot of crisis going on. People are being called into action, called into mission. And that's another thing that my guides, the Galactic Federation, channeled the other day, and spoke about in my recent channel for the twin flames. So we're being called into action to step into our mission and our power, and that's a huge deal. And it seems really scary because a lot of us thought, oh, we'll be doing it with our twin, we'll be together, we'll be happy, and we'll just go spread love everywhere we go. Well, what I'm getting recently is there was a delay, right? We all know there's been a delay with twin flames, been a little interference. And so what's happening is we need to step into our mission, into our path, and into what we're supposed to do, even when we're on union. So if you've been getting clarity where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do, where you're going, might be geographic, it might be business, it might be career, it might be simply like figure out where you're going. All that stuff that's coming in, pay attention, because those are very clear messages and signs for you. And they're telling me right now as I'm channeling, is heed that message, because it's so important to recognize that you need to be on your mission. This is where you need to go. And with mission comes union. So you're not going to be doing it alone. I know if you're thinking that, because I have to tell you, my first thought was, oh my God, I don't want to do this alone anymore. I'm so tired. And I don't want to be alone on this. I want to be with my love, and I want to be with someone who's supporting me and loving me and is supportive of me, I should say, not supporting me, but supportive of me and my mission and my journey, and a partner in crime, if you will. All of that is what I've desired. All of that I'm sure you've desired. And guess what? We're going to have it. But in order to have it, what I'm being told is actually we need to step in because we're necessary. We're really, it's necessary now for us to step up and be the light that we are and not run away. Not run away from the calling that we're being called to, and listen to really what's going on and try your best to get away from mainstream right now. Mainstream world is in crisis and chaos. I'm not saying don't acknowledge it. I'm not saying ignore it. Quite honestly, I'm kind of in the middle of it. I'm organizing something in my community to assist because I feel like it's time. But here's the thing. We're going to assist in a way that's not the old way of doing things. So we're going to see what's going to come of that, because I'm bringing me and my new energy into this world in a different way. And I'm hoping that people are open and ready for that and welcoming to what I have to offer, because this is my mission. And I feel like a lot of us are being called because what is going on in the world around us, whether you're in America or not, it's affecting you, what's happening in America, because it's a reality that many of us have been on, and this is not the reality that we necessarily have chosen or want to happen. We need to be who we truly are, and that is why people are getting pummeled. That is why you're purging. That is why you're clearing. That is why your beloved is going through all the hell that he's going through right now, currently. And I say please remember when I do these things and I talk about the divine masculine, divine feminine, it's not a gender. It's actually the energy, who in your relationship is expressing in this paradigm or this dimension, the divine feminine or divine masculine. I'm representing the divine feminine in my partnership, and my beloved represents the divine masculine. And it just so happens I'm female and he's male, but it's not always that way. So please remember that. I hate that I have to quantify that, but I feel like I do, because I feel like some people are so easy to jump to judgment rather than to like take in the whole thing. So forgive me if you're like, I've heard this before. Thank you. I know. Okay. So I'm getting back into my energy because it's been like, I feel like everything's flying through me. Lots of stuff I wanted to share. Let me tell you what else is going on. Okay. So they're telling me, it's really important now to be in your quiet. Find your quiet space, allow that connection to happen with your beloved. Be in your quiet space, allowing your connection to your spirit to happen. Be in your quiet space, they're telling me, and allow what messages need to come to you for your journey. And you're not going to get like, oh my God, he loves me, he wants to be with me. You might not hear those things, or he wants to, or she wants to run away with me, whatever words. I'm just throwing stuff out there. It might not be what you want to hear, but it will be what you need to hear. And it might be, okay, I need to do this. It's time to do this that I've been afraid to do. Step into it and not be scared and trust that it's all going to work out. I'm hearing really clearly that get quiet, because the energy is so perfect for information to come through, and it comes fast and furious. I have been in this tunnel of energy. Usually during Mercury retrograde, I feel like I pull away, I don't get a lot of messages, or I get them, but I don't have the time to sit and write them, which I find that a little bit interrupting me right now because I don't always have time to write them. But so much is coming in, and I think during typical Mercury retrogrades, I pull back and I don't actually write. But this Mercury retrograde, I feel like all I want to do is write. I have so much coming in through me, and it's been coming in the middle of the night, which, by the way, if I looked normal in the middle of the night and my hair wasn't all over the place and I didn't look like I was half dead, I probably would record a video in the middle of the night. Instead, I'm writing. So be sure to check the blogs. There's just so much information that we have access to that we've never had, and it's just coming in fast and furious. And if you're willing to listen by quieting your mind, even for 10 minutes a day, I really recommend 20 minutes a day, but if you can do at least 10 minutes, that will give you such an uplift of energy. It will clear you. It will bring you into higher frequency and open the gates of information, because it's coming. That's a huge deal. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you? I wanted to tell you about the fact that we are going to have a very interesting weekend. Energy is very intense right now. There's an intensity on the planet. There's an intensity of chaos on the planet. So when you think of chaos, organization comes from it, right? Isn't that like a quote somebody said? Well, when you think of the chaos, it's got to build, build, build until it explodes. And that's kind of where we're at on the planet. We're on that way. Internally, everybody is experiencing that in their own personal life as well as their external life. That little explosion is going to pave the way for things to come back together the way, I'm going to use these words, they're meant to be. Not that this isn't what was meant to be right now, is exactly what needs to happen on our planet. But it's like everything will blow apart and then realign itself. That is what this eclipse energy is about. And I'm probably going to have more information for you on the eclipse or the day after, because I'm planning a meditation locally with anybody who's in Connecticut. So if you are in Connecticut and you'd like to attend, please, please, by all means, reach out to me. I am asking for Family of Light to join me, and I only have a few people so far. So I really want us to harness and capture this energy that's coming in with the new moon and the eclipse energy. So the eclipse energy is like a reset button. You're kind of pressing a button. It shuts everything down, right? Darkness comes over us. We don't see anything. Everything's closed off. And then the sunlight comes back up and reveals a new day. That's kind of the energy that we're going through right now. It's a reset, but it's a reset in terms of your timeline, and it's a reset in terms of what you are going towards. And so we have this whole timeline thing happening, right? We're aligning rapidly with our beloved. So that's what this energy of the eclipse is, that all twin flame couples are kind of going through this reset, and it's bringing them back into an alignment if they haven't been. And it's really calling out to each other. And I can tell you right now, I'm talking to you and sharing some stuff with you, and I know my beloved is listening. I feel it. I feel it right now, and I feel like he's very much aware of my presence, my energy being around him right now, even though he's there and I'm here, meaning he's not in my space. He's wherever he is right now, working. The energy is so vast, and it's something we've not been able to capture on the planet before. But if we can harness it and we can manifest what it is we want, then we can. So one of the massive things that I'm going to say to you that is really important for you to do on the eclipse, there's a few things that are important for the eclipse. I have one thing that my guides are telling me to remind you is I'm doing an energy body upgrade. I do them often. I do them every month. And the dates are selected by my guides, so it's not like I have a choice in it. It's usually selected by them. And I usually do them for twin flames, and I'm actually being guided. This one here is a good one for twin flames to do. Highly recommend it. What they're telling me is it will help you receive, because it's going to be done before 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I believe the eclipse begins at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This eclipse energy will make it will assist you in receiving that energy and using it in the most productive way, if you will. And it will also assist your twin in receiving the energy and using it in a more productive way, but also helping cleanse them, is what I'm being told. Any debris or baggage that's kind of around them, it's going to assist them in moving through that. So the energy body upgrade, that information's in the link below. If you're interested, please, by all means, check it out. But the other thing they're telling me to tell you is that on that day is to say, I choose a healthy, happy, abundant life. And to say, I am united with my beloved in the physical. Bringing those words into your reality, bringing that into your presence is what you are going to create. And that is what you want to do with this energy. This energy is so powerful. And I can tell you, it's exhausting. The energy of the eclipse is already moving in. I know that some people will be like, oh, no, it's not moving in. It's moving in. I'm feeling it. I'm actually feeling it. Because we usually feel the new moon and the full moon energy. I usually feel it 3 to 4 days before, 3 to 4 days after. It's moving in. I'm feeling it in my heart. I'm feeling it going outward. And what I want to tell you is that it's going to make you sluggish. It's going to make you tired. Listen to it. Honor your body as best as you can. Not everybody's going to have the ability to do it. But if you can set aside some time just to lay down and relax and receive, and I simply mean receive energy. So just lay down for 10 minutes if you can. Set a timer so you know that you're not going to exceed that. But allow yourself to receive, because this energy is coming in and it's going to make changes to your DNA. It is going to make changes to your reality. It's going to make changes to your your beloved's DNA in reality. And since they're not technically the aware ones, they might not have a clue what to do with this energy that's coming in, other than being, oh my God, I'm so tired. But they'll push themselves through it, because typically the divine masculine energy always pushes, goes forward, goes forward. That's not supposed to happen. We're supposed to receive. We need to be in the receptive mode. And being the divine feminine, it's really important that we're in the receptive mode, because we're meant to receive for both of us. There's also this energy of creation that's coming in, and we're going to start to see in the next couple of months that creation, what happens. But it really matters what you're feeling, thinking, and bringing in on the eclipse that day. And now, actually, just even now, being conscious of your thoughts and what it is you want to create. There's more. There's so much more. I don't even know where to begin. So I am going to stop, because I feel like there's just so much. This is another thing. I forgot to mention in my previous 2 videos. We did the group Twinflame meditation in... I don't remember. I want to say August 5th or something. I don't even remember. But it was early. It was early this month. It feels like it was so long ago, and yet it was August 6th. It feels like so long ago. That was 11 days ago. It feels like a month ago. That meditation was so profound and beautiful. I loved it. It was a great meditation to take you to see your book of life. You and your beloved go and look and ask what you need to do to come into union and alignment. So if you are interested in receiving that meditation, by all means, please click the link inside here that talks about the meditation. It's called Book of Life. You're going to click on that, and it will come to me, and I will send it to you. The price is $11.11, I believe. It's not expensive. I try to make everything feasible, because I want it available to anybody and everybody, so there's no financial constriction holding them back. It's really important that you feel the energy with everybody. So what's beautiful about it is, even if you're not on the specific meditation call, you will still receive the energy of that call, and everybody that's going to receive the message, everybody who was there to receive the message, everybody experiences the vibration of everyone, the group, the collective. So that's very powerful to do. And then final thing, I'm going to come back at some point over the next several days and do another message to you about what's happening and what's going on. But I felt like it's really imperative to get this out there for you right now, today. And I'm being pulled away. My guides are calling me to do something else right now. They are quickly making me get really lethargic and thirsty. So that means, oh, it's time. Stop. Cut it off. You're going to keep rambling. So forgive me for the rambles, but you all know I like to do that, and I can't control it. It's me. So if I can be of any service to you, please let me know. You can click the link below. If you want to be on my mailing list, I'm having website issues. Please email me at april@soulstarhealing.com. And if you are interested in more information, please check out the blog that I do, because there is a lot of information out there, and I'm trying my best to answer everyone's question. By the way, I have several emails that people have wrote long responses or long messages to me, and I haven't been able to get to them. Unfortunately, when you write a really long one, you get put on the back burner, because I try to be really thorough and answer your questions and really take the time to acknowledge you. And you get placed on the back burner because I'm trying to do these other things that need to get taken care of first. So a lot is going on. Bear with me. Bear with Mercury retrograde. Bear with the universe. Bear with the eclipse energy, this massive new moon energy, massive energy of creation. And be gentle with yourself, and be gentle with your twin. By all means, please be gentle with their heart. Be gentle with them. If you're in communication with them, please take that into consideration. If they're short with you, if they're acting out, or they're disappearing, recognize that there's something going on. And those of you who aren't in contact, if they reach out to you, be gentle and recognize and be compassionate that they need that. You know, they might not be able to handle you going well, I don't understand why you haven't talked to me in so long. I say that because that's something that I used to do. So be gentle with them. And I'm going to say, of utmost importance, be gentle with yourself as you go through this transition, and allow what needs to happen. And it's going to be okay. And I got to tell you, I'm doing this video. My heart hurts. Oh, I feel such pain in my heart right now. I think that's my beloved in pain. It is, because it got a little better. But I feel like it's all of us feeling everybody's stuff. We're not feeling just our own. We're not just feeling our beloveds. We're feeling what's going on in the world around us. I don't know about you, but I've not been sleeping well. And in the middle of the night, I've got lots of information, lots of energy flowing through me rapidly. So I want to send you all love and light and blessings. I wish you so much love, and I wish you a blessed journey to union, and namaste.